Okay, ladies and gents, so what's up? So here's my review of the NFC Championship game between the 49ers and the Eagles, and I was absolutely naive to think the 49ers had a chance at winning the Super Bowl this year, because my god, how the hell are the 49ers so thin at quarterback is beyond me. Like, it's really sad, man, because, you know, one thing I'm going to say, though, is that the Philadelphia Eagles had it absolutely easy in this game. Let's be honest, man, you know, if only the 49ers would have actually had a quarterback in this game, then maybe they could have beaten the Eagles at Lincoln Financial Field, because here's the thing with the San Francisco 49ers. If there is one thing I've learned, is that the 49ers absolutely suck at drafting good quarterbacks, whether it's them missing out on Aaron Rodgers in the 2005 NFL draft, or whether it's them missing out on Patrick Mahomes in the 2017 NFL draft, because if you guys remember, going back to the 2017 NFL draft, Patrick Mahomes was still available when the 49ers had the overall pick, and you know what they did with that? They drafted Solomon Thomas with that pick, you know, a guy who is a draft bust. Let's be honest, they missed out on Patrick Mahomes, and I just think to myself, if only the 49ers would have selected Patrick Mahomes in the 2017 NFL draft, then maybe, just maybe, they would have had a Super Bowl or two by now, you know. In other words, maybe they would have had 6 or even 7 rings by now, if I'm being honest here. But don't get me wrong, I'm still a Patriots fan at the end of the day, you know. Patriots, they're still my team, but it's just they didn't qualify for the playoffs this year, so I picked San Francisco to win it all. But my god, there go my predictions, man. Just the Niners, man, they just really can never catch a break in NFC Championship games, because here's the thing about the 49ers, man, you know, they can never, ever catch a big break, because whether it's them just gifting that NFC Championship game or the Super Bowl trip to the New York Giants in the 2011 NFC title game when Kyle Williams fumbled twice and all that stuff, and to this day, let's be honest, the Giants got super lucky in that game. I mean, the Giants' Super Bowl last 2 victories were based off of luck. Let's be honest, it was 100% luck, because it really should have been 49ers versus Patriots in 2011, but it's just the 49ers just gifted the Giants another trip to the Super Bowl, and then, you know, the next year against the Ravens in the Super Bowl, the 49ers get robbed because, you know, should have been PI in the end zone when Colin Kaepernick was still the quarterback. And let's be honest, man, regardless of what opinion people have of Colin Kaepernick, you know, I still remember when he was playing in the NFL, and I do feel like at times that maybe Kaepernick was blackballed by the NFL, because, you know, I've had a conversation with a couple of my friends about this thing, you know, when there was that whole anthem protest, which I'm not going to get into here in this video, but let me just say, I do think that maybe Kaepernick was blackballed by the NFL, because I'll be honest, Kaepernick, he should have won a ring, regardless of what opinion you have of Colin Kaepernick. Him and the 49ers absolutely got robbed of that Super Bowl in 2012, you know, Patrick Willis, Navarro Bowman, Frank Gore, Michael Crabtree, and all that stuff. They should have won a freaking ring, man. It's really not fair. It's bullcrap. 2013, Kaepernick, you know, as much as I had, you know, a lot of respect for him as a quarterback, you know, and even after the whole anthem protest thing, you know, I still had a respect for Colin Kaepernick, because obviously, you know, Kaepernick, he stood up for what he believes in, so I'm not going to, you know, criticize Kaepernick for that, because this is not really a political channel and all that stuff. But yeah, man, even after the anthem protest, I still feel like that Kaepernick should have won a Super Bowl, you know, and all that. But you know, because I'll be honest, like with Colin Kaepernick, I still remember how he was so freaking good in the NFL, but it's just after 2014, he fell off as a quarterback. But I will always believe that Kaepernick should have won that Super Bowl with the 49ers. He should have won it, man. It's bullcrap he didn't win it. But then, of course, going to the last year's NFC Championship game, well, there's that one in 2020, but the 49ers won that, obviously. I'm talking about the ones where 49ers should have won. And then against the Rams last year, the 49ers, they should have made it to the Super Bowl. Hold up, let me pull up the blinds for a bit. Let me pull them up. But as I'm saying, man, the 49ers, they should have freaking gone to the Super Bowl last year, but they gave away the game to the Rams, gifted the Rams a trip to the Super Bowl. And this year, NFC Championship game, 49ers, they never had a chance against the Philadelphia Eagles to begin with. I mean, let's be honest, Jalen Hurts, he didn't really have to do much in this game, because it really felt like I was watching a college football game. That's how much of a crap show this NFC Championship game was. Seriously, this is, in my opinion, the worst NFC Championship game I've ever seen in years. Seriously, I can't name a worse NFC Championship game than this. This NFC Championship game was just a major crap show. I don't care what nobody says, but it's like, if only the 49ers had a good quarterback, then maybe they would have put up a better fight against the Eagles today, because holy crap, man. Just the 49ers, they are super thin at quarterback that you're just wondering that who the heck is even going to be the quarterback for the 49ers next year. Well, the way how I see it, I think Brock Purdy should be the starting quarterback for the Niners next year because despite it being a terrible loss for San Francisco, I do still believe they have a quarterback of the future in Brock Purdy. So if I'm the 49ers, I would make Brock Purdy the starting quarterback for the 2023 NFL season because I think that with Trey Lance and Jimmy G, I don't think they will be the starting quarterbacks for next season, especially Jimmy G, because let's be honest, Jimmy G, he's not a good quarterback at all. Jimmy G is way too overhyped, and I think that Brock Purdy is a way better quarterback than Jimmy G and Trey Lance. So I'd say for the Niners, they gotta go with Brock Purdy next season. Seriously, Brock Purdy, I think he can have an actually good career in the NFL because despite the loss being a crappy one for San Francisco, the one positive I'm taking away from this game is that I think the 49ers have the quarterback of the future in Brock Purdy. So I think they should stick with Brock Purdy as quarterback for next season because if Brock Purdy can play this good, then I can imagine what he can do in 16 or 17 games next year for San Francisco. So I'd say to the Niners, as much as it sucks that they lost this game because I was really hoping they were going to win a Super Bowl, and see Jimmy G finally win a ring with San Francisco, I think that they got to make, not Trey Lance, Brock Purdy the starting quarterback for next season. They got to do that. But yeah, man, of course the officiating was just a complete joke and just an absolute clown show in this game. I mean, you mean to tell me that that's roughing the kicker, even though the 49ers lineman was trying to block the punt and, his body, his momentum was carrying him forward, and these stupid goddamn referees still have the nerve to say that's roughing the kicker? Get the hell out of here with that crap. That's absolute bull crap that the referees decided to call a bull crap roughing the kicker. That was just an absolute clown show right there. And then, of course, they did that unnecessary roughness BS. So even when the 49ers were screwed at quarterback when they were down by 2 scores, these stupid goddamn refs still have the goddamn nerve to say that that's roughing the kicker. Get the hell out of here. Such a clown show, man. Seriously, it is such a goddamn clown show. It's not even funny. But yeah, the Philadelphia Eagles, man, they played better than San Francisco did because let's be honest, whether it was roughing the kicker or whether it was not, the 49ers were still screwed regardless just because, yeah, 49ers, they just can never catch a big break in NFC championship games. And that's the really sad part about watching 49ers in NFC title games is that they just, they always just have a bad break, whether it's injuries, them dropping a game-changing interception like last year, like they can just never, ever catch a big break. And I guess you could say that this is what they get for missing out on Patrick Mahomes in the 2017 draft, because imagine if San Francisco had Patrick Mahomes right now at quarterback. Like, how in the bloody hell do you miss out on Patrick Mahomes is beyond me. It just goes to show you that the 49ers can't draft for shit, when it comes to, them drafting good quarterbacks in the first round. They can't do that at all. But I guess you could say that with Brock Purdy, maybe they finally have a quarterback of the future. So yeah, Brock Purdy, man, I'm still saying it. Keep him with San Francisco. Don't trade him. Brock Purdy, he got to be the #1 starting QB for San Francisco for next year. But yeah, the thing about this game, Eagles, they had it super easy. Let's be honest. Philly had it very, very freaking easy. And the Eagles are just lucky the 49ers were injured at quarterback, because if only they weren't injured at quarterback, maybe they could have beaten the Eagles today. But I mean, if the 49ers wanted to have a chance at beating Philadelphia today, Brock Purdy, man, he would have just had to figure out how to outduel Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. But yeah, Brock Purdy got injured, and the Eagles, they're heading to another Super Bowl, their second one in 5 years and all that stuff. But yeah, just a really crappy way for the 49ers season to end like this. But I guess you could say that it's absolutely crazy to see how Brock Purdy was able to be, in the starting scene, him being drafted 7th overall, and for him just to ball out with San Francisco, play like a top pick, is absolutely insane, Dad. I think 49ers, hey, you guys still have a quarterback of the future with Brock Purdy, man. So yeah, all I gotta say is they better not trade Brock Purdy. I think he's going to have a great season next year, because if Brock Purdy can play like this, then I think that for next season, maybe he could be a potential NFL MVP candidate and all that. But yeah, Philly headed to the Super Bowl. We got Cincinnati at Kansas City, but I'm going to pick Kansas City to win against Cincinnati and win the Super Bowl, because Patrick Mahomes, I don't think anybody's going to stop him. So yeah, 49ers, their season is over, but this NFC title game, man, possibly the worst one I've ever seen in years. It's not me being sour grapes. I'm just being realistic because this game was just nothing but a blowout, and just what a freaking boring game. So goddamn boring. So that's my review. Let me know what y'all thought about it. See ya.